We've all heard about whole body MRI. We've heard it on our socials. We read about it. We've probably heard our friends talk about it and say, hey, I've had one and it found something just in time. But what we want to know today is like, is it actually really right for everyone? Because, I mean, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm hilarious. Is it the right scan for me, guys? Can we delve in?
Yeah, that is a great question. And yeah, you are really funny.
Thanks.
Yeah, the truth is that it can be right for you, but only if it's done for the right reasons and done in the right way. So whole body MRI has two main applications. The first is where it really all began was as an oncology scan. And it's done for staging. For people with known cancers, they want to see what the disease burden is. But also, because it has really had a big uptake in this oncology space, the question was, could this be useful in asymptomatic people?
So people that are well,
Yeah,
being asymptomatic.
So you've got the oncology purpose on one side, and then you've got for people who are largely well, asymptomatic. So if you have something like pain or symptoms, numbness and tingling, sore back, sore knee, a wonky foot, no, this is not a magic scan to get everything. It really is focused on picking up disease early, primarily on cancer.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it, it's like if you want to have a family photo, you've got your whole family in there, fantastic. But if you want to see if Uncle Joe has got an extra wrinkle, you need a portrait.
Yeah.
So the same with whole body MRI. It's a very large all body scan. But if you have a particular issue, a dedicated scan is what you actually need.
Okay, so a dedicated scan meaning that you are looking specifically at that problem that you have. The symptoms are in your knee, you're having a scan of your knee. Okay.
Yeah.
So for screening, you are asymptomatic, you have no symptoms. We are primarily looking for cancer in your whole body.
Yeah.
If you have symptoms or an injury, you're better off with a dedicated scan.
Yeah. Get that sorted out first.
Yeah. And those symptoms would include a lump as well. Like if you're thinking this is cancer, well, get the dedicated scan first.
Makes sense.
And alongside symptoms, I think, the other thing to remember is that it doesn't replace other screening. Like it's not going to replace your mammo. It's not going to replace your colonoscopy or your cervical screening test. Those still need to be done. It doesn't replace that.
Okay.
But where whole body MRI becomes a really powerful tool for early detection of cancer is rest on diffusion weighted imaging. And what this is, it's kind of a very technical, and I am not a technical person, I just write about it a lot, but diffusion imaging is a key sequence that is focused on detecting cancer. And it does this because it's able to pick up water movement in tissues. And so when you apply this throughout the body, you're able to see areas that have abnormal water movement, or as the radiologist says, restriction, throughout the body. And when you have these abnormal areas, they enhance and they show bright white, and then you can focus in on that being a potential lesion.
Okay.
It's a lot more complicated than that, but
Sounds
just
technical.
generally it really is a functional scan.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like taking Uncle Joe's photo, his family portrait, and kind of converting it into a thermal image where you're looking at the function of something, or in the thermal image, heat. In this case, we're looking at the function of tissues and the relative water movement picking up abnormalities.
Yeah.
But the challenge with this is that not all full body MRI providers are able to do this really important scan.
That's for another day, right?
Well, I don't know. I think part of this is right for me is the scan right for me, the technology right for me. And if not all full body MRI providers are able to do the oncology specific imaging, I don't know.
So,
But
so
What do you think, Kerry?
there's a lot of companies that are saying we do whole body MRI, but only for screening.
Mm.
The problem with that is if you can't be sure to detect cancer that you know is there, how can you know that you're detecting cancer that you don't know is there?
Yeah.
A provider needs to be able to calibrate their product.
Yeah.
So what that means is that the product originally came from oncology, and companies have been checking that their sequences, because every company has different sequences, different machines, different techniques slightly. You need to make sure that the company you're going to has calibrated your product against oncology.
Yeah.
So they should be able to do both scans. If you said to them, you know, I am staging my cancer, I've had a PET scan, I want to have regular scans to see how it's going with my treatment, but I don't want the radiation of PET. Can I have a whole body MRI with you? The answer should be yes.
Yeah.
And they should be able to get the PET scan, and they should be able to get your whole body MRI, and they should be able to correlate them to make sure that the whole body MRI is matching what's detected in other oncology scans. PET, usually PET.
So cross-referencing between both modalities to make sure that the whole body isn't missing anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a lot who don't do that.
Yeah.
And that is because they can't do the diffusion well enough.
Yeah.
And so they're not doing their screening to a level that can detect cancer that they already know is there. That's an alarm bell.
Is that to do like the parts that they can't do? Is that because of the machine or because of the people that are running the machine, or how? Is there many factors involved in that?
There's a lot of factors.
Okay.
And diffusion imaging is challenging.
Yeah.
Particularly in, this is what our lead scientist has told us, particularly in areas like the chest, where you've got the heart moving and you've got your diaphragm moving your chest. So particularly in some areas, diffusion is very challenging. In other areas, like the brain, where you've got basically a sponge inside a hard shell, so not much is moving up there.
Yeah, okay.
It's not as hard.
So harder when things are moving, easier when they're just still, obviously.
Correct.
Like a normal camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's varying degrees of from what we have had analysed from other companies. Some don't include a diffusion at all, which you cannot do an oncology scan without diffusion.
Yeah, okay.
So some don't include diffusion at all. Some exclude parts of the body that are hard. Okay. Others include it, but it's just got that much distortion that they may as well have excluded it. And others do it well.
Yeah.
So there's just such a variety.
Yeah. So do your own research.
Absolutely.
Essentially. Okay, so the takeaway here is that it might be the right scan for me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's the right machine, the right people doing it, the right technology, the right sequencing.
Yep.
Yeah. But do your due diligence and do some research. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask the questions. Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Amanda and Dr. Kiri. That was great.
Of course.
Good
Thanks,
to hear
Carly.
from you.